My son Brian Rogers, he's 5 years old. He was a kindergarten student at Moskowitz Academy 1 during the year of September 2010. He stayed there for the duration of 1 week and was put out. At that time, he had an IEP, and my son has an IEP. He had related services, which included speech and occupational therapy, which he was supposed to receive at Moskowitz Academy. They put him out, and I requested that he could at least have his related services until I find him another school, and then they denied him the services. Right now, he's still currently out of school. We're seeking a private school. We're going to the court with the Department of Education, and it's very unfortunate that this child has to suffer. We was here a couple of weeks ago. I believe even Moskowitz had a conference, a meeting or something like that, with News Channel 5, and they saw Brian, the staff saw Brian, and they walked away from us. They didn't even say hello to him. And they told the news reporters not to talk to us. So, shame, shame, shame.
Hi, we're in front of the Brandeis High School campus building, which currently has the phased-out Brandeis High School and 4 new, smaller schools inside of the building. This is a building that is well equipped to be a high school. It's probably one of the most valuable pieces of DOE real estate in New York City. It takes up almost a full side of the block. It has an excellent gym, theater, it has a courtyard, it has a garden for horticulture, and everything is specially suited for high school needs. As a community resident, as a former parent activist, as a bilingual educator, and as a licensed clinical social worker with expertise in the mental health and health issues of adolescents, who happens to work inside of this building, I have to say that this plan to co-locate the charter school here is wrong on a lot of levels. On just the basic level that this building, millions will be spent to retrofit it to be appropriate for young elementary school students. And once they are going to spend that amount of money, we know, in fact, that they are only doing it because eventually this entire building will be given over to the Harlem Success Charter Network. On a second level is that every research shows that a critical mass of high school students is needed to sustain active clubs, activities, and PSAL sports. Those have been determinants in what keeps students attending school, keeps up grades in school, keeps students occupied in critical hours after school, prevents substance abuse, and is one of the greatest deterrents to teenage pregnancy when you have active programs for male and female students. By decreasing the amount of high school students in this building, we will be unable to sustain those activities. Already, many sports, particularly sports for female students, have been drastically reduced, and after-school activities have been cut. On the political level, the giving over of a public school building to a charter entity is just part of the drive to privatize the public school system, to end parental accountability, to reduce the level of community input inside of a school, and a fierce attack on unionization on every level of school employees. Not just the teachers, but all of the other support staff that are unionized, that are very vital and important to the maintenance and to the functioning of the public school system. This attempt to privatize is part of a bigger master plan to break up public education, to sell education to the highest bidder, and to create a system in which corporate control of education will be no different from the corporate takeover of other areas of society. Parents will be reduced to having very little say in their child's education. Children who already have substantial issues, whether it's special education needs, whether they're English language learners, whether they have other behavioral issues, will be the first to be sent out from these charter schools, and their education and the needs of their services will be up for grabs. This is just an attempt to set up a beachhead in a neighborhood that is a sector of a neighborhood that is more gentrified, more affluent than other areas in which charter schools have been created. After HSA tested out their theories in other areas, we've noticed that they've been moving to areas where they spent millions of dollars to recruit more affluent, gentrified parents with the slogan of a private school education for free. Does that seem right?